The one thing that improved my life more than therapy was learning to surrender. For most of my life, I believed that success came from fighting harder. Fight your fears, fight your struggles, fight your circumstances, work harder than anyone else, plan meticulously, stay disciplined, stay in control. And if you do all of that, surely life will reward you with the outcomes you desire. At least that's what I thought, and at least that's what I was taught growing up. For years and years, I approached life like a battlefield. Every challenge was something to conquer. Every setback felt like a personal failure. I genuinely believed that enough hard work, education, preparation, and determination could guarantee the results I wanted. But guess what? Life has a way of humbling us. No matter how carefully we plan, there are forces beyond our control. Relationships change, opportunities disappear, health fluctuates, unexpected events alter our path. The universe rarely consults our carefully crafted timelines. The harder I tried to force specific outcomes, the more frustrated I became. I was constantly swimming against the current of life, exhausting myself in that process. Of course, the lesson life kept trying to teach me was something different. I remember a period when I was desperately trying to make something work. I invested countless hours. I sacrificed my sleep. I analyzed every possible scenario and convinced myself that success was just one more effort away. Guess what? The outcome never arrived. Instead, life kept presenting roadblocks. At first, I resisted. Then I pushed harder, harder, then harder still. Eventually, I reached a point of exhaustion where, where I had no energy left to fight. And strangely, that was when I began to understand something profound. Not everything is meant to be forced. Why surrender felt like a defeat? The word surrender always bothered me. To me, surrender meant giving up. It meant weakness. It meant accepting defeat. I couldn't understand why spiritual teachers spoke about surrender with great reverence. Wasn't surrender the opposite of ambition? Wasn't it an excuse for inaction? What I've come to realize is that not true surrender has nothing to do with quitting. Surrender is not, it's not abandoning your goals. Surrender is realizing your attachment to how and when those goals must happen. Surrender is continuing to take action while accepting that the final goal is not entirely yours to control. It's trusting that life may have different route to your destination, or perhaps a different destination altogether. The freedom of letting go. When I stopped trying to control every outcome, something unexpected happened. I felt lighter. The constant anxiety, there was this constant anxiety of needing things to happen a certain way. That began to fade. Instead of obsessing over results, I started focusing much more on the present moment and the actions I could take today. The future became less of a burden and more of a mystery. And while uncertainty is still uncomfortable, I no longer see it as an enemy. I've learned that some of the life's greatest gifts arrive through doors we never planned to open. How Kriya Yoga and meditation changed my perspective. This shift didn't happen overnight. It has been years and years and years of making. Through the consistent practice of Kriya Yoga and meditation every single day, I slowly developed the ability to observe my own thoughts rather than be controlled by them. And whenever I find myself trying to force life back into my preferred script, these practices gently remind me to pause and return to the present moment. My practices remind me that life is not something to be conquered. It's something to be experienced. The more practice, when I say more practice, I mean practicing every single day, the more I notice subtle signals from the universe, opportunities, lessons, even redirections, and moments of unexpected grace. Of course, I still stray away from this path. I still catch myself wanting certainty. I still find myself attached to the outcomes. But with each passing year, I am returning to surrender. Returning to surrender is making my life easier. What surrender means to me today? Today it means bowing down to the natural flow of existence without any resistance. It means, of course, it means giving my best shot, my best efforts, while also accepting that the outcome is not fully mine to control, or it's not mine to command. It means trusting that every detour is not a mistake. And perhaps most importantly, it means understanding the peace comes not from not comes from controlling life, but from learning how to move along with it. Ironically, the moment I stopped trying to win every battle was the moment life began to feel less like a fight. And that has improved my life more than anything else. What about you? Have you experienced a moment when life forced you to let go of control and trust the outcome? Trust the journey instead? How did you learn the art of surrender? I'd love to hear your story in the comments.